Uh, all right, I got all of the people in here. All right, yes, y'all. Yes. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Rich Rhetoric. Y'all know how we do it, man. This is the YouTube exclusive show, which we call Rich Rhetoric. Make sure that you support the Facebook show, which is the Mr. McGee show. You feel me? We doing a couple shows here. We try to come to you one time a week. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't, but you know. We still gonna roll. This is the panel show where I really come on here and have great discussions with powerful brothers that's on the panel. You know, fathers, role models, those type of powerful brothers. That's all I'm trying to allow on these panels, man. So I really want to thank y'all as you watch it. Just know that I'm thankful for y'all tuning in. You could be tuning into anything else in the world, but you're right here tuning in with us, man. So without further ado, I really want to toss it to the panel members. How you doing, Brother Hamid? You doing well, my brother?
Oh man, everything is beautiful. And doing just fine. Just like I said, all is good.
Yes, sir. You broke up a little bit. You broke up a little bit in the middle of it, Hamid. We lost
Okay, can you hear me better now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no, I was just saying that, man, all is well. Everything is good. Just trying to keep my head above water like everybody else, but for the most part, everything is great.
Yeah, I know Brother Hamid is gonna be humble, but man, let me tell you about this brother, man. This is a great brother, man. This brother is he's a father. He's a he's a father, he's a husband, he's a brother. Not only that, he's an organizer. He's a person that not only talks it, he speaks the speech, and he does that every Tuesday and Thursday on WVOL. You know what I'm saying? The Black Family Talks. He does that well, and he also walks the walks. Him and his team. They put together community cleanup days. They put together brothers roundtables where brothers can sit down and vent to each other and really express how they feel, and they can really not only talk about the problems and the criticisms, but they also come up with the solutions and a plan of action to execute those solutions, man. So salute to Brother Hamid, man. I'm never going to let this brother just I'm not going to let him be too humble. I know in his mind he feel like he probably should be humble, but I feel like this is a brother in the community that we really need to not only listen to, but we need to watch and follow his model. So salute to Brother Hamid. He's not going to be humble like it today. So salute to my brother, and I'm gonna make sure that I share all of his contact information, social media information. We'll drop the link for the Black Family Talks in the chat during this discussion. But Brother Hamid, I want to let you know, my brother, I really appreciate you picking up the phone when I call you, my brother.
Man, that's absolutely no problem. And like I said, I don't know how to take all that, but I'll just say, thank you for everything that you've done. And just especially the brothers that are on this panel. I'll be honest with you. The ones that are on this panel right now, they hold a special place in my heart just because of things, the discussions that we've had and the things that we've gone through. And so I appreciate everybody on this panel. So thank you again. And I'm here.
Yes, sir. And my brother Eugene, how you been doing, Brother Eugene?
What's going on, family?
Yes, sir. My brother Eugene. Brother Eugene is a man of not many words, but the right words, if that makes sense. That's why we want to make sure we support his book, The Creator's Work, right, brother Eugene?
Absolutely. That's it.
Yes, the creators work. Let me make sure. Hold on. I don't want to mess this up. Let me get you in there so people can see it close. The creators work. You know, it's on Amazon, all of the platforms, and like I said, this man is he's a man of few words, but they're powerful words. And that book, short, simple, to the point, to the point. You know what I'm saying? Read it and get his game. You feel me? And also, not only author but father. You know, husband, role model, activist. If you want to give them all the labels, for the people who like labels, these brothers on the panel, they have labels. That's easy. Yes,
And one of them that we are is appreciative. And we appreciate everything everybody do with us and, you know, on their own accord. Because it all makes a difference.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. So salute to Brother Eugene. I want to make sure I give all my brothers their flowers while they're here. Boom. Let me click that. All right. So I hope Brother Jarvis will come back. When he do, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I'll pull Brother Jarvis back in. So Hamid, Eugene, come on, bro. Talk to me about the Black Family Talks, man. So y'all brothers did a show tonight. What was the show about? I caught maybe the last 30 minutes of it, but what was the show about tonight?
Well, the overall show was about walking in your purpose, finding who you are and what you are. And so we had a young lady to come on tonight, and I thought that she'd done a wonderful job. But she had basically just started her business, and but she also had a concern. One of the concerns were our people and how we smoke cigarettes and drink alcohol, and how she wanted us to boycott those things. Now I know some people may say, well, that's a pretty lofty goal, but I understood where she was coming from. And it was just really out of love for her people and wanting to see us do better. So we wanted to give her our platform tonight. We did that. And I think that she had a wonderful show tonight.
Dope. That's dope. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. That's something that even I personally have to work on. If we're gonna boycott that, that's something I have to personally work on. And it's the realm of discipline. That's it. It's like you're gonna have to be disciplined. I don't know. I love it. Eugene, what was your takeaway from the Black Family Talk show tonight?
Well, you know, that conversation was a good one because, you know, I understood where she was coming from, but, you know, I got to play devil's advocate sometimes. So, you know, I brought up the fact that, like Dick Gregory, he explained his change came through when he stopped eating meat. And he used to drink a fifth and smoke. It was either 2 to 5 packs of cigarettes a day. But he said he glad that he changed his eating habits before he stopped smoking and drinking, because he would have attributed his change to giving that up when the whole issue was actually from the way that he ate. So we had a good conversation, just going back and forth and just, you know, bringing up the concepts together.
Yeah, I love it. I love it, bro. I love it, man. Dope show. I was actually trying to show it. What I'm trying to do right now is show it. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Because what I want to do is make sure I promote this right. All right. So let me share my screen. My bad, y'all. Let me share my screen so I can get this. All right, cool. So now So now, this is the Black Family Talk Show. You can search this name, Eugene, or you can search the Black Family Talk Show on Facebook. Make sure y'all support these brothers, man. These brothers work hard, man, and I salute them for that. I salute these brothers for working hard, man. Brother Jarvis, you back?
Yeah, I'm back. What's happening?
Man, my brother, man. How you been, brother Jarvis?
You know me, man. Day by day,
Mm.
day
So
by day, man.
so what so like I was doing all the other guests, brother Jarvis, I want to make sure that you get your flowers, man. You, your queen, your children, which when people want to give us labels, I want to use labels like father, you know, entrepreneur, uh, um, um, husband. You know, I just want to give the brothers the positive, all of the positive labels first. You know, before we become felons and all of the labels that we know America wants to give us. So I definitely want to salute you, the beautiful king, the beautiful queen. All of the kids is doing what they supposed to do, my brother.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I ain't. You
yeah,
know
look.
me. I ain't say what.
Mm, yeah. So yeah, that was my longest hell introduction. Now let's get into it.
All right.
I like to do my longest hell introduction, man. I can chop them up if I need to. But all right, so now let's go. Juneteenth, man. Juneteenth. Brother Hamid, when you hear the word Juneteenth, what does that mean to you, my brother?
Well, I first heard the word about 30 years ago from a man called Imam Warthin Muhammad. He talked about Juneteenth and us reclaiming Juneteenth. And I had never heard about it. I was maybe 13 or 14. I had never heard of a Juneteenth. And when he discussed it, he's the Imam, the son of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. But when he discussed it in a way that made me want to celebrate. And so from then up until the past couple of years, you see people kind of trickling in and celebrating here and there, little small events. But for the most part, a lot of African Americans didn't know what it was. And so as of within the past year, you can almost virtually look at the consciousness of people beginning to open up and people really beginning to see. And so now I believe Juneteenth, especially among African Americans and black people in general, is going to surpass, the 4th of July and all the other things. So when I think of Juneteenth now, I see us starting to come into our own. We know the history of it, how the last slaves in Galveston, Texas, were found out that they were free. But I also look at this like a freedom of the minds of the people of today, because a lot of people didn't know about this history, and they are beginning to learn and become more schooled in our own history. And of course, our history go back far longer than the slavery period, but that's a significant step. That's when the last of us are free. So I really enjoyed this particular Juneteenth, because this particular Juneteenth, and I would say really the day after was when I got to celebrate, was with my brothers that are on the panel, Brother Jarvis and Brother Eugene. We went out and we did the community cleanup. So people were celebrating, we were cleaning, and it was just a great feeling for me.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. I love it. I love it, brother Hamid. Um, brother Eugene, what does Juneteenth mean to you, my brother? When you hear that word?
Our Juneteenth for me, I believe, is a celebration that I love to celebrate, because I'm to a point now that I want to celebrate us, opposed to being, in a realm where I gotta celebrate everybody else. And so it gives me the opportunity to do away with a lot of festivities that I was, involved in, that really didn't mean nothing to me, because it didn't, and it didn't have me in mind. So now it's something I even heard somebody tell me. I want to say it was either MAPCO. that they was working for actually paid them time and a half for Juneteenth. So that was pretty cool to hear. But for me, hell, I want to be able to celebrate us and do away with concerning I mean, you think about it. More black people celebrate Cinco de Mayo than they do Juneteenth. So that absolutely needs to change. And now people are being aware of it. It can actually happen and mean something to us. Even though, it's not one of those courageous stories about us that we could actually celebrate as well. But it is a celebration, and that's for me right now. I take it.
Yeah. I know. I enjoy mine. I enjoy mine. My brother, Black Peace Soul. Talk to me, man.
What's happening?
What does
What's happening, man?
What does Juneteenth mean to you, my brother?
I know what the initial meaning is, but like in 2020, my meaning for it is like an awakening at the you know what I'm saying? Everything starting to like how Mid was saying, it was like a lot of people starting to see a whole lot of stuff now versus hell a year ago. I mean, think about it. A year ago when they had a few celebrations around town, it was like maybe one on Jefferson or something like that, and then you really didn't hear about it, right? But this year, how many you heard about? You heard about a gang of them. They had one like all 3 days of the weekend. You feel me? So it's like you can tell it's an awakening going on. I don't know if it's the proper awakening, but at least people starting to ask a few questions. You feel me?
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So people at least asking questions. At least I think that's good. It don't matter if it's a fucked up question or not. Questions are good.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's how I look at it. Just a pure awakening because a lot of people just don't. A lot of people just don't know stuff, or some people just didn't want to know, or they couldn't, or they didn't want to join in on letting people know that they know this stuff, so they never talked about it, or they pushed it to the back for other, so-called holidays and shit. So a lot of people coming out the closet, so to say. Ain't that what they call it? Coming out the closet? Yeah, that shit. They coming out the closet. They been on it, but they been scared. They was embarrassed to talk about themselves. Now it's quote unquote cool to do it. Now everybody on it. You notice that?
Yeah. I mean,
everybody.
Yeah. The media is getting.
Yeah, you know how it go, man. Even what's the white boy name on Twitter? Sean King. Yeah, boy, right there, something else, ain't it? I've been watching him, man. He talking about a whole lot of shit. And he need to be the first motherfucker that black people kick away from around there, man. He got too much influence with black people, man. He don't know nothing about us. So, but that's another story. I'm gonna get off that, man.
Yeah, because I think you know with Sean King. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know. Man. I don't. So I guess my next question would be are we going to not celebrate the 4th of July now? Are we not doing fireworks with the kids? Talk to me, fellas. What we doing?
I'll be honest with you. We did ours on Juneteenth. We popped a lot of firecrackers on Juneteenth. So I don't intend on buying no more firecrackers.
Brother Jarvis, Brother Eugene, talk to me. Are we doing?
We wasn't. Now we wasn't doing nothing on that day, based off of last year. But my son's birthday is on July the 8th, and we is having his birthday that day though. So we having it that day here. I said his birthday in the middle of the week. We just putting his party on top of that motherfucker. And we finna have fun. We finna have fun out here, man. So.
All right, so y'all win the red, white, and blue. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
I mean, somebody might be doing it. I don't know, but it ain't gonna be me.
Well, that goes against the flag codes.
Yeah. So me, I'm gonna be in. Particularly if all these kids over here, I'm gonna be in something that that I do yard work in or something, man. Cause it's gonna be a lot of kids over here, and we're gonna have the bounces, the slip and slide, the whatever else. We're gonna have it. We're gonna do our thing. So I plan on having about 15 or 17 young little guys at my house that night. That's all just cousins right there, though. This ain't even no outside people. So all them gonna spend the night. So we finna have a ball, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to it. So that's what we doing that day. So birthday party, man. Yeah, we ready, man.
No, I love it. I love it because you really speaking about something, my brother. So we know Sunday was Father's Day.
For
You know
sure.
what I mean? Sunday was Father's Day. So first and foremost, happy belated Father's Day to y'all brothers on the panel. You know, first that's
Appreciate you. Same to you.
For
Same to
sure,
you.
man. Same to you, man.
and I appreciate it. I appreciate all of that. So now I guess I want to go to Hamid, Father's Day. Are you expecting anything? Are you appreciative of what you get? Like break down Father's Day to me.
You know, for me, Father's Day means just really spending time with my family. Like if I don't get anything, a physical gift, I'm not really. It doesn't really hurt my feelings or anything. I just, just the fact that I have a family and I have a family that love me and all that. So I'm fine with that. And for me, every day is Father's Day. Especially if you're part of your children's life and they treat you like it's Father's Day. So, I enjoyed my Father's Day. I enjoyed being with my family and hanging with my children, my wife, and and then from there I went and visited my own father, and so I enjoyed it. I just had a great day, the whole day.
Yes, peace, definitely peace to the elder. Your father, really, really respectable guy. We really respect that elder, man. So salute to the elder. Brother Eugene, talk to me, man. How was your Father's Day, man?
Oh man, I had a wonderful time. I got to be with my family, and I was given a grill that I was actually able to go and fire up for the first time. So I actually, I enjoyed, man. I don't mind cooking. I'm good with that. I ain't never got a problem with getting on the stove with a grill. That's how I got my business.
So you burnt the food. So you your gift was a grill, and then you burnt the food. How did you come back from that, brother?
Hey, I came back for seconds. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Nah, that's good. That's great, though. That's great. They got you. You know what I'm saying? That's great, bro. A grill. That's it. I love it for Father's Day. Come on, brother Jarvis. Black Peace. Black Peace, talk to me.
What
Black
up?
Peace.
What up, man?
Man, how was your Father's Day, man? What you get? Talk to me.
Yeah, I got a few little things my wife got me. I don't be asking for nothing, but she got it anyway. But yeah, my kids and stuff, they came in there, they sung a little song to me. I don't know what they was talking about. But at the end of it, it was "I love you," so I took that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, that was pretty much it. I was just hanging with all of them. We watching movies and stuff. The whole gang was with me on the couch, man. So I had them all up there. So we just spent general time stuff we do stuff I kind of do every day. But it was just a little different that day because they, like I said, they did some stuff they don't normally do, like come wake me up singing and stuff like that. So it was cool. So yeah, I appreciate that little stuff right there. You gonna get that back, man.
I will say this though, it looked like they're starting to graduate from giving you underwear and drawers, So hey, I'll take that as long as we can get past the drawers. Because that's usually what fathers get on Father's Day. Get some underwear, some house shoes, or some drawers.
Church socks and that.
Yeah, yeah. So
what about you, Born Rich?
Oh yeah.
All right, so my baby girl got me some wireless headsets. Yeah. So she got me some wireless headsets. And then my other kids.
There, ain't it?
Yeah, my other kids, they didn't give a fuck.
They love you, man. Don't be like
no,
that.
I know they love me. I know they love me. It was just, it's what I knew my kids was gonna do. Cause I didn't even expect that from my baby girl. I didn't expect that. She went and got me a card and some wireless headsets. You know what I'm saying? But
So wait a minute. But did you get a phone call from all of them?
absolutely.
Okay, well there it is.
Yeah,
There it is.
absolutely. And that's all you can do. That's all you can. Man, listen, man. You don't expect anything, and whatever you get, I love it because they know me personally. I don't even celebrate the holidays. This is like year 5. It's like year 5 where I don't even celebrate the holidays anymore. So my kids, they're starting to realize, but my
Well,
baby.
tell us why you don't celebrate holidays. What is your reasoning?
All right, so my reasoning is, Brother Eugene, is like I don't see myself as American, if I'm honest. All right. I was born here, but I know my people were kidnapped and brought here. So my thing is I don't really see myself as a part of this country. The more it's like the more research you do, the more you know that you're not. I always what I keep with me is you are second class citizens. You feel me? 3/5 of a man, right? So as long as I keep that in my mental, Eugene, I am trying to get away from this. You feel me? Like the ultimate unlearn and relearn. You understand what I'm saying, Eugene?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So
Yeah.
my thing is,
Yeah. So
so
the
I want you to
holidays is something light I can get rid of. You feel me?
right
I'm trying to take. It's still baby
one
steps.
step at a time.
Yeah, it's still baby steps. It's still baby steps, but the baby steps is you have to, just start slowly eliminating things. You know that.
So,
You know
so,
that.
so, so, why don't we go ahead and just start addressing ourselves as Pangean and living in that manner, where we just destroy the grid altogether because we inhabited the whole planet before all this separation came about.
All right, I hear that. It's gonna take it's gonna take a lot of work for that. It's gonna take a lot of work for anything, Eugene.
Well, look at it like this.
Talk to me.
The only way it would be hard if we expect everybody to do it and
Mm.
wait for everybody.
Oh,
No group has everybody in it. So it's not going to take everybody.
yeah.
Just whoever is ready to make this change and deal with life as it is and not how it was taught.
I love it. I love it. You get your section. You get your section of people, and then we move.
Sound good?
If this other brother get his section of people, then they move, and if we can move accordingly, we move accordingly. I love it. I love it. And that's really what it's coming down to. You feel me? But we all know, and we want to achieve for the ultimate goal to be the ultimate unity. You feel me? But
Nah.
but from that, you're going to have splinter cells. You feel me? Splinter
Now,
cells everywhere.
I ain't looking for the ultimate unity. That right there, no. I don't partake in that one because there's a fantasy world and it's just trying to make the world something that the creator didn't make it. And that's to eliminate evil and odds. It ain't gonna happen.
I love it. I love it. All right, so now let me ask you this then, brother Eugene. Do you think that policy change can change black people's situation? And when I say
Now
policy
listen to what you say. Okay. Make sure you answer the question you want me to answer because I'm gonna take it a different way.
That's why I was gonna go. Sorry. So when I'm saying policy change, right? Because all right. I'm coming from this from like the political angle, brother.
I got that part.
All right. So policy change is like a buzzword that's been going around right now, right? Policy change, right? Like
Okay.
George Floyd won't die if we could just vote our way into policy change.
That Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna answer
But do
like
you
this.
think? But do you think policy change will help black people?
I'm gonna say it can help black people to answer your question if black people are the ones who are creating this policy. But as far as them coming up with something that's gonna benefit us in a real way, no, I don't believe in that. I don't believe that they gonna do shit no different than they ever done.
Okay.
And ain't no sense to keep on sitting around waiting for them to do something to fix our problem.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? So that alone is a problem. But when we start creating our own policies that we live by, and some people call it living by the code, that can make a real change because we too busy looking at other people opposed to making a change in ourselves, which will make the difference all over the world. Can't nobody fix our problem but us.
mm, mm. That's hey, that's a fact. That's a fact, man. Salute to my brother Eugene. Salute for that, man. That's dope. That's dope. And I really want to reiterate what he just said, man. Listen, nobody can stop our problems but us. You know what I'm saying? It's just that we have to move accordingly, and we have to move as splinter cells. We have to spread out all over this globe, like we've been doing, and continue to build, and then build those pipelines. Period. It's simple. It ain't hard. It's the pipeline. It's the pipeline scheme. Period. So I guess my next question is for you, Black Peace. What's going on, brother? You here? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up?
Yeah. All right, my brother. So y'all brother said y'all did the community cleanup. All right. Y'all did the community cleanup. What day was this? Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday.
That was Saturday. So y'all did the community cleanup, my brother. Talk to me about that experience, man.
It was good. It was great. Good energy. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I left there and my energy was all up the rest of the rest of that day. It was good. It was just one of them good building experiences, man. It was one of them things where you didn't. It was gonna be something you're gonna have to do in order for me to let you know how that shit feel. You know what I'm saying? It's like good
Mm,
experience, man. It ain't even what you doing. You like when I was out there, I ain't even it wasn't even like I was just realizing we was picking up trash. It was just like we was just out there building, talking, getting fellowshipping, stuff like that, which is good. That stuff healthy, man. So I appreciate it. That was like some therapy type thing for me. So
yeah.
that's my take on it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. So, yes, brother Jarvis was describing his experience at the community cleanup. We the brothers roundtable. Those brothers do a community cleanup. What is it? Two times a month, right? Right, brothers.
It's once a month. We'll have an activity. So someday it may be a cleanup. Sometimes it may be some type of teaching thing going. So we have different activities, but we meet twice a month. 1 month to one week to plan, and then 1 week to actually implement the plan. So yeah, that's what that is.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. And I love it, man. I love it that these brothers are really boots on the ground. So when people say, "Hey, what are you doing in your own community?" I can show you that these brothers are boots on the ground. There's always something popping off. Matter of fact, my brother Hamid, um, how have you and your father been doing the sermon, or I don't know the correct word
Mhm.
in
Yep.
Islam, but during this COVID, how have you and your father been getting the word to the Islamic community?
Well, we have we never stop having our prayer services, of course. But what we would do, we just basically go outside. People would pull up, kind of roll their windows down, crack their windows, and we have the loudspeaker, and we just give the talk. And so, what we try to do is inspire our brothers and our sisters to be better people during this time, but also to reflect on everything. Don't leave anything unturned. Reflect on the things that you're doing in your life. Reflect on how you can make life better for others. Reflect on how you can, instead of working that job, open a business. Reflect on all of it, because I believe, again, this is a time for a reawakening. There's a shift occurring. All of this stuff is happening, and so if we don't take advantage of it right now, then we may find ourselves going back. And so I don't want us to go back, and I know he don't want us to go back. And so what we decided, not to close down when everybody closed down, but still allow people to come, be in their own cars or their own spaces, and hear the sermons.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. And the reason I brought that up, Hamid, because when I saw it, I said, man, that's dope. Like, that's dope that Hamid, you have to, nothing's going to stop. You feel me? That showed a side of resilience, a side of your resilience to keep pushing, no matter what. We're gonna work through COVID. We're gonna work through tornadoes. We're gonna work through all of that, because what we normally do is work through everything. You feel me?
Yeah.
So go ahead, bro.
No, I was going to say, I honestly believe this whole situation. I know a lot of people just want to throw 2020 away, but if you look at it and you really think about it, 2020 is what's brought us together. And right now there's a pride in being black that's deeper than what was ever done before. At first, everybody was on that old other stuff, popping mollies and whatever else they were talking about. But now when you look at it, you have the whole world, the whole black community starting to see that our unity is more powerful than anything else. Any drug, any dance, any fun time you can have. Our unity is more powerful than all of that. And when I think about it, and I'm gonna shut up after this, but when I think about it, when I'll just use that cleanup to see those brothers out there. And again, like Brother Jarvis just explained, it wasn't, even though, yes, we were trying to clean it up, but it was more about getting together with our brothers. And then on top of that, we just opened a Brothers Roundtable up in Memphis. And to see them brothers and see their footage and how they get together, it's a powerful concept. And so we were just glad, I'm glad to be able to be a part of it and work with the brothers that are here. And I'm sure the brothers down there feel the same way, but we're just glad to be able to be with our brothers and do the work.
Salute to you, brother, man. Salute, bro. Salute to, you know what I'm saying? Salute to you. You know what I'm saying? Salute to your team. Everyone who had boots on the ground to make sure they was moving from Nashville to Memphis. You hear me? Salute to all of them. Salute. Brother Tony, you in the building?
What's up, man?
How you doing, man?
Man, no, man, I just got through doing a little job, man.
Okay, talk to me. Talk to me about that little job.
Oh man, just putting the air conditioner in somebody's building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, you can't hear cuz.
Who can't hear him? You can't hear him? You can't hear him? A Black Piece?
Man, I can hear like he low, but I can't hear him that good.
Talk. Mic check, Tony.
Oh man, I'm here.
I can't hear cuz at all.
Black Piece, you can't hear him at all?
Yeah, I can hear everything else but him.
What about now? What about now?
God damn.
Ah.
I can hear him clearly though.
Hey, Tony.
I can hear him too.
Hey,
Show
Tony.
getting good and some of my phone.
Hold on,
up, man.
Black Piece. Tony, drop out and drop back in, Tony. Real quick. Let's get it, man. We get Tony in here. we'll wrap it up, fellas. I know it's getting a little late. I want to get Tony in. Tony, jump off, man. Click off and click back on, brother.
Yeah, sure have been a long day though.
Yeah, we'll get Tony. We'll get Tony back in. You know, I got a Tony segment. Anyway.
Yeah, gotta have
You know, I
that.
got to. You know,
got to have that.
I know my segment, man. What did Tony say to piss people off this week, man?
No, what? No, the question: what didn't he say?
He said,
I know that's right.
yeah, he's a whole segment, my brother, man.
I be
Hey.
trying to tell people, man. Y'all be people think I be saying stuff on there, man. I'm like, God, man, he got me beat. I ain't think I ever meet nobody had me beat.
You ain't lying, cause you was the king for a while. Then that nigga came out of nowhere with it. I was like, oh, yeah, it get worse.
Hey, I was looking, I started now. I be looking forward to seeing Tony Payne. I used to be like,
For real.
man,
Nah, he's in the algorithms, man.
that nigga took the #1 spot real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said, I got some shit for your ass. You want some shit?
Look,
Hey, I call him the dung beetle.
man, listen. Without further ado, without further ado, I want to introduce my brother, your brother, our brother, Tony. What's good with your brother, Tony?
Oh man, nothing much, man. You know what I'm saying? Just out here keeping that pressure on these niggas. Every day, waking up, doing bigger and better things than these niggas. Can't wait to see these niggas die and with the PlayStation controller in their hand. You know what I'm saying? Thank God for diabetes and high blood pressure. T-shirt sales is booming right now.
You said t-shirt sales is booming, man. Tell the people how much are them t-shirts on?
Man, these broke ass niggas be trying to negotiate over $1 t-shirts, man. God damn it, $1 t-shirts, man. I don't know how many people I got to block trying to negotiate over $1 t-shirts.
And you just blocking them.
Block them.
Every time, block them. So you saying there's no negotiation on the $1 t-shirt?
No,
you can't do two. You can't do two for the dollar. That's what I'm saying.
Not at all,
can you do 3 for $2.50?
Man, not at all, man.
Okay. So $1 t-shirts. My man ain't going. Hey, so I've been asking everybody this, Tony. What do you he left? I got that. I know. All right. Tony left. Tony left. All right. Hamid, before I wrap it up, Hamid, are you still with me, brother?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Let me wrap it up, man. I had one more question, man. And this is really gonna be like a teaser until mute your mic for me, please, brother. All right, so cool. I want to ask you a question, but it's like a teaser into tomorrow. So I want all of the people watching on YouTube, man. Listen, man. Find me on Facebook. Find me. Because I'm going to do a live show tomorrow. I don't know. I say find me, but I may do it on YouTube tomorrow. I don't know. Depends on how I feel. So, I don't know. Hit the like button anyway. But I may do. I may stream it both ways. But I do want to ask you, brother Hamid. Hold on, let me add Tony. But I do want to ask you real quick, brother Hamid. Do you think black men are doing enough to protect the black sisters?
You kind of broke up. Did you ask me, do I think black men are?
Yeah, are they doing? Are we doing enough to protect black sisters?
Probably not. But again, I think that's going to change. I think that's changing, and so I think that those brothers who are conscious about stuff like that, we have to always be pushing. And I'm not saying in some kind of weak manner. There's a saying that we have: when you see an evil being done, stop it with your hands. And then if you can't stop it with your hands, stop it with your speech. And if you can't stop it with your speech, with your heart. So those brothers who are strong enough to protect, and when I say protect, I mean fully protect, then they should do so with their hands. If you're out in the community and you see things that you know is wrong, you see things that you know is going to affect the sister or whoever it is on down the line, then stop it with your hands. And if you can't, again, stop it with your mouth. But we should be the living example of that. There's nothing more powerful than an example, because a lot of people have done things when they see that they can do it. But if your whole thing has always been, have an example of pimping or whatever the situation is, then that's what you'll be. That's going to be the example that you give off to the children. So we have to give an example to the kids, a better example. But I think that it's going to get better. I really do. And like for those that don't get better, they're going to die off. You're just going to die off, and that's all it is to it. And it's not saying it as a threat, but I don't think that we can go into the future with them type of people. So I'm feeling Tony when he talk about certain things. We have to go into the future and bring our best with us.
Yeah, I feel that. Man. I feel that. Salute to everybody in the comments, man. Like the video, all of that. Powerful words, Brother Hamid. Powerful words. And then at the end, you said you agree with Brother Tony. So
yeah. Because I know sometimes Tony be, he be controversial for some people, but I know when I look at Tony, and I've known Tony for quite some time, since he had the house over by Torbit. That's been quite some time. Tony got a good heart. I don't care what nobody say. I know Tony got a good heart. Now Tony might say some stuff that will shock your brain, but I know the brother got a good heart. So, but when it comes down to those brothers who are killing our community and leeching off our community and destroying it, yes, 100%, I agree. Go away.
I love it. Brother Tony, you back?
Yeah, man, I'm trying to charge these cheap old phones up, man. All my phones dead.
Okay. All right. Can you talk, bro? I got a couple questions for you.
Yeah. I'm charging them up now.
All right, my brother. All right. So when you hear Juneteenth, what does that mean to you?
They celebrating losers, man.
Explain.
Why would you celebrate the last dumb niggas left? The last dumb niggas left. In order for these niggas to be remotely isolated like that, I mean, they wasn't doing no trading, they wasn't doing no traveling, they wasn't doing no networking. They probably couldn't read, they probably couldn't write. You know how isolated you got to be to not know what's going on.
Hold on. Let's rewind. Do I know how isolated I have to be to not be able to travel?
To not know what's going on.
To not know what's going on.
No. To not know what. Yeah.
To not know what's going on. I don't know about that, Tony. And the reason I don't know about that is because, like, I don't know, Tony. It's weird, man, because when like a people get kidnapped, right? So when the people get kidnapped and colonized, and even if you wasn't kidnapped, if you was already here, you have a people who comes around and colonizes you, right? And make you commit free labor. They come in and colonize you and create free labor, and then they free a couple people and say, yeah, white Negroes couldn't do it like them. Like,
I don't even believe the story.
You don't believe
like
the story?
How many slaves was it? How many slaves was it?
In total? I don't know the number to Tony. But we can admit that
at the time of freedom, there were over 4 million slaves.
How many?
There were over 4 million people enslaved in 1863 at the start of the Emancipation Proclamation. So 4 million total.
How many was in Galveston?
Oh, no, that I don't know.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, we celebrating something that don't nobody know nothing about, don't nobody ask no questions about. White man just gave y'all another nigga story, and y'all just went along with it. Y'all didn't ask no questions. Y'all didn't ask how many slaves was down there that was still thought that they were slaves. Who was the slave master? None. They just give y'all these nigga stories, these feel good stories, and y'all just go right along with them. Don't question it or nothing.
I don't know. Brother Hamid said he's been practicing Juneteenth. The first time he heard about Juneteenth was 30 years ago.
I was celebrating Christmas for 15, almost 12 years before I knew better. See, nobody's gonna dig into that story because that story make niggas feel good. So ain't nobody gonna peel the onions off that story.
I mean, but go ahead.
But you know what? Let me just say this. Let's just say it is a story. Let's say it is a lie, right? Let's say that story is not. It's not a actual factual story, because I've heard Willie Lynch wasn't an actual factual story, but the content of that story, you know, we saw that it did happen, and it happened on a regular basis. So let's say, you know, play devil's advocate that the story is not true. I believe in some instances, because you're looking at it's not like they had smartphones or anything. Everybody wasn't free for sure at the same time. And then you also, and I'm gonna, you know what, Tony, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna actually look that up, because I think that's a great question. That's an excellent question.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna look it up, and I'm gonna see.
What if it was black slave owners? What if it was black people that were enslaving these slaves down there? So you mean to tell me, out of all them slaves, wasn't none of them Native Americans? Wasn't none of them white?
Now,
All of them was owned by white people.
Now, us people who actually dive into history, we know that everybody enslaved everybody. And I already know what points you about to make, because see, I already know that hell, we had a lot of black slave owners. I knew about Anthony Johnson and the Bryan guy. So, you know, I heard about them kids. So I've always known that, yeah, I mean, like you always say, it started in Africa, where they was enslaving each other. So no, we don't have a past to where we wasn't involved in it. And here, even to this day, it's niggas like that that's willing to enslave their own people, who make sure that we can't get ahead because they look just like us. We allow them to infiltrate and do the same shit they repeatedly do.
Yeah, I could be wrong. But why celebrate something that don't nobody know nothing about? It's just another nigga story that white man done gave us, and we just going along with it, celebrating losing. Don't nobody know nothing about the story. That's like that would be like the Native Americans celebrating the Alamo. You don't celebrate a loss.
So when should
That's exactly like the Native Americans celebrating the Alamo.
All right, so Tony, when
ain't nobody on this channel can tell me nothing about Juneteenth, but I seen a whole bunch of y'all posting Juneteenth this, Juneteenth. Most of y'all can't even tell me the city that it was in, except for Eugene.
Galveston, Texas. Come on, man, we know about that.
That's where it is. That's all you know. You don't know how many slaves. You don't know if they was white. You don't know if they was Native American. You don't know nothing.
To be honest, though, Tony, I don't even know that that's even important, though. To be honest,
you don't need to know them stats. I always say you know what I always say to white supremacists, man. They always want to hit me with numbers and stats, and I tell them, man, don't nobody care about your numbers and stats. All of that shit could be misconstrued. Because guess what? You can tell me, Tony, at the end of the day, you wasn't there. So you don't know. When somebody tell you how many slaves was there, how do you really know that? You don't know that. That's black people are 13.
Before you say you don't care about numbers.
Go ahead.
How long have you been? How long have we been under oppression? You gonna tell me 400 years? I bet you know. I bet you know
I
how many
don't
years you were
know.
enslaved.
It don't matter about the years to me, man. Just
You
know
said how
that
many? What was the question? Because you were kind of breaking up. How many years? What?
Go ahead, Tony.
He said numbers don't
Yeah.
count, but I was
Go ahead. Go ahead. Mute him in why he said, my brother, please. Go ahead, Tony. What was what you just asked me?
you were trying to say numbers don't matter. In this sense, numbers don't matter to you because it keeps you from being accountable to actually digging into that.
Yeah, but you said what numbers did you say? If you asked me how long black people been
You was like
oppressed, you would tell. I would say how
been
many?
enslaved. Like
Yeah.
400. That's the average. Yeah, that's the average. What people say is 400, which it don't make sense. That don't even add up. But people say that though.
I would say that add up, but if you look at the first slaves coming in 1619, we just went through 2019. That's 401 years at 2020. So I would say
Not
so.
in totality.
You talking about slavery or
Not in
oppression?
totality.
Which one are you talking about?
The
Though?
transatlantic slave trade ended in the 1700s.
It ended in
So
1830.
total oppression don't add. You can't say 400 years.
No.
I haven't been oppressed for 400.
No, you've been oppressed. You may not. You may, and that's the thing. A lot of us, we are oppressed, especially when you look at the prison pipeline of prison. When you look at a lot of the things that we haven't done. Let me break it down like this. You know, because a lot of times we don't even see it. We've been in it so long. You know, it's like playing Monopoly, right? And you go around the Monopoly board all these times, but you're stuck to somebody. And by the time it's time for you to buy a house and you're able to get a house, they bought up the entire board, and then they tell you can get the cheap property, and you get the cheap property, but when you go around the Monopoly board, you're not getting the $200, you're getting the $80. A lot of that stuff actually happened, and our parents lived through it. And even though you don't see a white man standing over you with a whip today, I guarantee you get out of line, there's gonna be a white man standing over you with a billy club. So a lot of the oppression is not just like the physical stuff, but it's the financial stuff. It's the housing markets. It's all of that. When you put it all together, it's the oppression in the criminal justice system, where you have a young white boy who will get probation and the same crime, same judge, same day, the black boy get 7-8 years in prison. So a lot of that stuff do happen, and
It's
it
not
did
like
happen.
that all the time.
No, it's like that a lot of the times.
It's
I've
not like that all
experienced
the
it.
time.
I'm telling you, brother, I've experienced that. That's my.
I know people that done killed people and only done 6 or 7 years. So it's not like that all the time.
Yeah, but for the
It's not like that all the time.
when you look at the statistics, because we talk about statistics, when you look at the statistics, there are far more African American men or black men that's gone to prison where their white counterparts didn't go to prison. That's statistics. That's real facts. And so it may not be like that all the time, but we're talking about the statistics and how things work against us as a group.
I just don't harbor on the negativity. I don't harbor on that. I don't try to rememberize negative or victimization. I don't harbor on that.
No, I don't harbor on it either, because that's why I know we have to have our own schools. That's why we have our own schools. I don't harbor on it either. We know we have to have our own grocery stores and all of this stuff. That's why we do that, because we don't harbor on it, but you can't dismiss it. We can't dismiss the fact that you have millions of people that are going through something. I was listening to one of I want to say Minister Farrakhan, but he was talking about how, you know, if one or two of us make it, that's not the rule, that's the exception. All of us are not making it. All of us are not getting those loans. All of us are not getting what everybody else got automatically. Back in the 1800s, when they had the land grabs and people going out west, that stuff wasn't available to us. And then when you have in 1921 with Black Wall Street, and they came and they burnt the Greenwood down, guess what they did? They took the land. And the people today that own that land. A lot of them are wealthy because they just came and took land. They didn't have to pay for it, and that was wealth that was transferred from black people back over to white people. It wasn't because those black people were stupid niggas or anything. It was because the white man had a gun and he was able to forcefully take it. He had the law, he had government, he had the United States Army, and they dropped bombs from the air. First time that ever happened in the United States, and it happened to us. So I don't think we can negate those stories or that history and say that that's not the norm. That's the norm for us, and that's been the norm. But we still got to keep. I agree with you on that. We still got to keep pushing, and we still got to keep moving and teach our children. Say it again.
So you saying no free slaves got land in the Homestead Act? Only white people?
No, that wasn't for the Homestead Act was not for slaves. Now, if a slave acquired land, yes, but I guarantee you, a lot of that land had been taken, and I'm not talking about bought. I'm talking about forcefully taken. Get out. We taking your land. The Homestead Act.
Anybody that was an American and freed slaves could put up a claim for land under the Homestead Act.
Show me.
You might want to do a little bit more research.
Show me the name. What's the name?
Show you one.
I'll research it. I don't.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll research it, but I don't.
You saying they didn't? I'm telling you right now.
Okay.
That you can Google it right now.
Okay.
You can Google it. 1862 Homestead Act.
Okay, I'll Google that.
It benefited sharecroppers. It benefited free slaves. Anybody could put up a claim for 163 acres. Now, was it equally dispersed? No. But don't just say in absolute that only white people got land.
Well, let's just say a few blacks did, because again, we're talking about the masses. Let's say a few blacks did get land.
Thank you.
You know, we're still talking about the mass of people. Those people were promised 40 acres and a mule. Now that mule, that even that's a bunch of bull crap, because everybody know mules are sterile. So if I want something else, I got to go back to the white man. But they were promised the 40 acres. So we didn't get that. But those people who came over from Europe, they were promised life, liberty, and originally it was land, but then they took out the pursuit of happiness. And when they came over here, they were given land, and they were given it to millions of acres of land. They were given to white people coming from Europe, peasants, people who had nothing. And then you have people who are here, who live here, Africans, black people, who even if they wanted to manage to get some land, I guarantee you by the time 1920 came, that land was taken. It was gone. Our wealth was taken. And it's not because niggas are dumb. It's not because black people are ignorant. It's because that was the law. That's how they function. And you see that when you look at the construction of those statues. And those statues are coming up in 1931, 1908. Why those times? It came up in those times to intimidate you. If you want to vote, you want to own property, you want to do this. No, we're gonna show you that we are the South. We are strong, and we're gonna keep you in your place.
This is what I'm saying. Negro history is mostly concentrated in the southeastern United States. Once you read and what you talk about is on average southeastern Negro history, and it's so much victimization stories that it makes me upset. If you talk to anybody with ancestors in the North or the East or the Mid-Atlantic or even the Midwest, these stories don't have as much victimization in there. The Homestead Act only affected maybe like 6 states. It wasn't New Hampshire, Connecticut, Maine, Vermont, where slavery was illegal. But
when was slavery illegal in those states?
Man, it didn't last hardly any time up in Vermont, Connecticut, Maine.
Let me. I want to get a grasp of what you're saying. So, are you telling me now that those black Africans who came over from Ghana and places like that. They came and because they didn't dock in those places. They docked in Virginia. They docked in North Carolina. They docked in those places, and then they were sold south. Why south? Why were they sold south? Because south was where all the cotton was grown. That was where all the tobacco was grown, and it was shipped from the south to the north within the textile industry. So the north was benefiting from slavery just like the south was. Everybody was benefiting, and so when you go up north, another thing back in I want to say 18. I can't even think of the year, but in the mid 1800s, they passed the fugitive slave law. Meaning what? Who passed it? Congress, Vermont, all these places who were supposed to be. These places.
Slavery was illegal.
But the
north.
Okay, but
in Rhode Island, it ended in 1652.
What did the Fugitive Slave Act do? What did the Fugitive Slave Act do for slavery? Yes, sir. That means a white bounty hunter can come from south and pick a Negro anywhere off the streets and take him back and say he was a slave. That's what it did. That's what the Fugitive Slave Act did.
You never heard of the Lone Ranger?
The Lone Ranger.
You never heard of the Lone Ranger?
The black cowboy?
Yes.
Yes.
That's how he got paid. That's how he got paid also. He was a black guy operating under the Fugitive Slave Act.
So I guess I'm missing something on that one.
I'm gonna tell you. I can tell you exactly what's going on. And see, you gotta understand when you're dealing with history, regardless who's telling it, you can always come up with examples of both sides of the field. And one of Tony's gripes is he don't want to hear about inferior history when it pertains to us, because we have a superior history that we could follow or at least be aware of. But he likes to highlight the fact that we have fucked up black people as well. So don't just say all white people and just everybody else is just fucked up too. We did some fucked up shit too. But
I don't deny that.
No. I'll get back to your point of view, because like I said, it's two different type of arguments, but you both are right because y'all come from two different directions. So it's gonna keep on going back and forth, is what I'm saying. Because from where he's coming from, he's gonna always give an example, because there's always an example to every rule. If you say the South didn't have none, but the North did, or vice versa, well, what about such and such? We'll always be able to do that because history has something to deal with both sides.
This is why you shouldn't speak in absolute.
I don't speak in absolute.
This is why you shouldn't say words like everybody.
When I speak, I'm speaking of the rule. I'm not talking about the exception. So I don't speak in absolutes. I know that yes, there were black slavers. In fact, the first one was the one who fought in the Supreme Court to keep a slave for life. So I understand that concept.
And who else? Who else? Can you name 5?
No, I won't name 5. I don't know them.
Exactly.
But why would it be important for me to name 5 of them?
You know, inferior history. There were 3,800. There were 3,800.
Okay, you name me 10 of them.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
You got Anthony Anthony Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
You got Marie Metpower.
Okay.
Metoyer. Her brother was also one. You got Morris Spencer. You got Sherrod Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
You got William Ellison. Now these are people in the South. These are just people in the South.
Okay.
I need to send you a book.
Even with that, like I say, I don't refute any of that. What I'm talking about is the rule. I'm not talking about the exception. That's what I'm talking about.
Why don't you study that? Like you know more about being a victim than you know more about being superior.
No, that's not necessarily true. Because what I'm talking about is, again, we can study all of those people, and you still a victim to them. If they were slave owners, guess what? You still are. You're still a victim to them. So I'm not talking about what a race of people or group. I'm talking about what our people have gone through and what they're going through. And so, even if today you got some black people who will put your black ass in prison in CCA just because they're gonna make some money, that don't make you any less of a victim. You're a victim that he's a son of a bitch, just like the white ones that do it. So what I'm talking about is, I mean, they might be doing their job, but that don't make them any less of a son of a bitch. You know,
they doing their job.
Yeah, let them do their job. That's not what I'm arguing. I'm arguing about the rule, not the exception. That's all I'm saying.
No, it's a fact, because Tony, it's like when people say these lives matter, then you're gonna always have people that come through and say all lives matter. You know, Tony, it kind of feels like you're giving off that type of vibe. When we say, hey, let's focus our attention over here, you say, hey, well, what about over here? Are y'all so stupid that y'all don't even think about what about over here? Right.
I don't harbor on being the victim. I don't. I read books like White Cargo, where my people, enslaved white people, were dominant on white people, beat white people, hung white people, worked them like dogs down in the Caribbean. That's where you get the word redneck from. I harbor on stories like that make me feel good. I don't study stuff like y'all study.
Was that the rule though?
Yes, that was the rule. No, that was the rule.
Oh, okay.
80% of the slaves landed in Brazil. So you mean to tell me nothing but white people control the slave market? You ever seen that movie? What's that movie called? Maybe Goodbye Uncle Tom.
I know the Portuguese had a large, because the Portuguese are the ones that were in Brazil. So I understand that history. I understand that. What I'm saying is in this portion, in this region of the country, that was not the rule. And when we talk about it.
No. The largest slave owner in Tennessee was Sherrod Brown. The largest slave owner in the Carolina was William Ellison. No. You need to restudy your history.
So you saying that black slavers were the rule in the South, and okay. I'm gonna go back and study that history. I'm gonna look that one up.
You regurgitating
victimization. No, I'm not, because I'm not a victim. I try to live my life, and I teach my children not to be a victim, and I don't intend on being a victim. But what I'm saying is, I know what the rule is, and we don't have to go back and try to rewrite history when we're talking about the rule. Now, there are some exceptions. You may have had some brothers who have owned a lot of people. I understand that. I know that happened, but that's not the rule, and it wasn't the rule. Had never been the rule.
You had 3,800 brothers and sisters that owned black and owned white.
Okay. So let's use that. Let's use your math. Okay, out of the 3,800, we'll just say all of them were in the South, but you had 4 million slaves. So clearly, them 3,800 is not owning 4 million, because if that had been so, you wouldn't have had a need for an underground railroad. You wouldn't have had a need for a lot of stuff that we're talking about. That 3,800, they may have owned 1 or 2. They even may have owned 10. You may have had one who was more than everybody, but that wasn't the rule. And I keep going back to the rule, not the exception. I'm gonna stand on the rule. The rule was, in the South, black people were slaves. They were captives to white men, the white power structure. Because I'll tell you something else, and I'll be done after this. If what you're saying was the rule, black people would have an acquired wealth, the same acquired wealth that white people have today. You don't have it. We don't have it, because that was not the rule. That was the exception. And again, that's why you have the bourgeoisie, because some of them may have used that, but I guarantee you it wasn't the rule. White slavery is what built America, and it's what built the wealth in America. And we all...
It wasn't predicated on just white.
Man,
Say it
It
that's
again.
wasn't just
okay.
predicated on white.
Black,
It was
black,
slavery in a whole.
man, black.
What? Well, no, what other slavery are you talking about? Tell me. I'm curious now. That built America. Which one was it? Irish slavery? Which
You
slavery
want
were
me
we
to tell
talking
you?
about that built America?
You want me to tell you the history of it?
No, I'm asking you, which group that were you talking about that built America on the backs of slavery? Because I'm gonna show you something, and I'll be done. They had indentured service, but guess what? A white indentured servant could do. All he got to do is leave, and he can go
No,
blend in with white
no,
folks.
no, no,
Yes,
no,
he
no,
could.
no,
Yes, he could.
no,
I've
no.
studied this, Tony. I'm telling you.
Mike, brother Mike, you here with us, brother Mike? Yo, brother Mike.
The last slave act was the White Tariff Act. Was the Mann Act. That was the last. That was the last slave act. Whites were enslaved, not in mass, not as much as we were, but Native Americans built this country. Hispanics built this country as slaves. Whites and blacks.
Well, let's talk about when you bring up the Indians when they wouldn't asked to sign for a treaty for them to be free from slavery because their people was dying from it because they weren't built to do this type of thing, but the Africans were. They could endure slavery, but we can't. And they actually signed a treaty with these motherfuckers, and they enslaved us too. So yeah, that's part of the history as well.
All in Florida, Native Americans enslaved black people. That's how you get Seminole.
I can go
Yeah,
with that.
they did do they did join with the Confederacy too. So they did
Yeah,
do that. Yeah,
yeah.
they joined they did 100, they did like for real deal with the Confederacy to catch niggas.
Yep, I can go with that.
So
And
they
you
did
know,
that.
a lot of our
So
people are proud of their Indian heritage.
a lot of niggas is just proud of you see a lot of crash test dummies that get on that black and brown bullshit. You see them dumb ass motherfuckers that say shit, weird ass shit like that. Oh, the black and brown. I said, no, it ain't no black and brown suffering from shit. Them brown motherfuckers consider themselves white on the census, man. We do census, study the numbers on Hispanic, they consider themselves white. I'm talking about ones that's blacker than us consider themselves white. Them motherfuckers distance themselves in politics from us. That's why you see so many of them voting for for the orange man or whatever the case may be. So you gotta study these motherfucking people, man. These people you gotta study yourself and these goddamn people because they fucked up out here and we are too. But niggas gotta get a
Niggas,
grip.
niggas is dumb talking about they Native American. The Native American 5 tribes, the Cherokee, the Chickasaw, the Seminole Nations, the Choctaw, the Creek, all them owned niggas.
Yeah.
All them owned niggas.
And that's the reason why they call them the so-called civilized tribes because they own
Yeah,
niggas.
it wasn't just the white man profited off slavery. Everybody profited off of it. Everybody. Then niggas talking about they Indians. That's got to be the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
He said niggas talk about the idiots. Yeah. I don't know, man. Let's get me back in here.
Hey, niggas want to be everything but their damn self. You know that. Niggas don't want to be nothing. I mean, they want to be everything but they self. Like I'm like these niggas is crazy. Everybody want to be mixed with something. Niggas sit your ass down, man.
What are you saying? We just African?
Man, we just black. Fuck all that.
Right, we just black because we created everything else outside
Yeah.
of black. So how can the hell you gonna mix red and black when hell you had to have black to even get that fucking red? So how the hell is the parents being, like trying to say it's incest or something? No, brother, you come through us. So everything is us. Ain't no outside of us or or giving us something. No, we created all of you motherfuckers. Ain't no exception.
Only thing that differentiates you is your blood type. Once you get into A, B, or A or O, then you can start to say, okay, maybe you got something in you. I got sickle cell. That means I'm either African or I got some Hispanic in me. I'm centralized somewhere on the equator. Somewhere around the equator, that's where more of my parents came from. But if you don't know your blood type, you can't say you this and you that's it dumb.
Yeah, they even say when it comes to how you get the blood test for a child, you 9.99% the daddy. They say the only thing that differentiates us is 99.97%. So that little three is what characterize all of this grid that we come up with. So it's not really that much to even have a gripe about. Because we the 99.99.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know how you would decipher ADOS when it starts to come down to all of that, genetics and all of that. Like, you know what you are, period. Period. I don't know about that.
That is the dumbest thing. Why would you want to say you're a descendant of a slave? Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, because but I can prove it. But I can prove it. So I have a different perspective because
How far can you go? You can go back to when you was a slave. If you can go back to when you was a slave,
not me. It's not me personally, but when my family was slaves and they came out of slavery.
I know what my lineage is.
Yeah.
I'm a descendant of Adam. So, or Eve. I don't have no problem with that either. If that's the name they want to give them, I'm a descendant of the original people. Our history and timeline don't define me. I am not no label. I am not no title. Like in the book, when they ask, who should I say gave this message? Just tell them I am. Because that's what I try to be. Whatever I need to be. So I am.
I'll say it like this: slavery to me is just like a bump in the timeline. If you go back 10,000 years, 100,000 years, we were already here, and that was before any white person was here, And so when we come up to that bump, yeah, that's a bump. A lot of people start their life or their history at that bump, but if you look at it from the grand scheme of things, it's just a bump in our road, and we got to keep on pushing. We know what we need, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like we got everything we need. We don't have to go and beg anybody for anything. We everything that we need is in our community. It's in our reach. And again, Brother Eugene, he buried people. Brother Tony, he if I know I need some shirts, I can get some shirts. Born Rich, you make chicken. You got the chicken place. We all have everything we need here. We got a grocery store. Whatever you need in our community, there's one of us that have it. So we don't have to keep asking people. You had made a point earlier, and we're talking about policy. We don't have to ask somebody to change, because that's an ask. We're asking them to do something, change the policy so it don't hurt us. When the reality is, what would change the policy faster than anything is if you had 10 men in each state that anytime something like that happened, they're going to go hunting. That'll change the policy. That'll make people stop doing what they do. So I don't feel like, we should be asking people anymore or telling them that we want this policy to change. And no, we at this point now where it don't matter. If people have to go hunting, then they just got to go hunting. And that's all it is to it. That'll change your policy. That'll change a whole lot of stuff, and it'll change real quick.
Yeah, I think on that policy talk shit. I don't think it ain't a policy that they can think of that's gonna help where we come from. We got to do that. There's got to be a culture change. And I think if we can't do culture change, we fucked up. It ain't gonna happen. Ain't nothing gonna happen 100%. It probably ain't gonna even happen 50% if we don't do the culture change shit. I ain't talking about like music and what motherfuckers wear. I'm talking about like a for real deal value system. I'm talking about valuing who you know, your woman, your family, taking care of your kids, making sure you get your ass up every day and go make some money to take care of what you created. I'm talking about stuff like that. That should be a mandatory system, especially for a man. You know what I'm saying? That should be mandatory. Nobody shouldn't have to ask you to go take care of your business or take care of your kids, shit like that. So once we get to that type of culture right there, we'll start progressing in that direction. But as long as we keep accepting these flip flop ass niggas that's out here playing tough, they don't take care of their kids and laying up making more kids every other year, we keep accepting them weird ass people in society, in black society. Shit, it ain't gonna never get better because he a disrespectful motherfucker for what he doing, and the woman, she just as dumb as he is for letting him. So it's like it's two dumb motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And then that shit. What you think that's gonna create? They ain't gonna create no smart motherfucker. So it's just one of them cycles that need to be broken, man. We need to do the culture change, man. I'm telling you.
I agree with that 100%.
And I agree with what you said though, Hamid, and about knowing your past, but I believe in totality, man. You got to know both sides. And when you start learning, like, okay, I wasn't just a slave, like my ancestors did stuff during slavery. Like this white man ain't had his foot on my neck the whole time. At certain points of history, we had our foot. You start to believe, and I don't know, man. It invokes some type of confidence,
Yeah, Tony, I look, I agree with what you're saying because again, the history. I know we had actually. I was at the Tennessee State Museum, the new one that they have down there, and they have a section. There's a section down there that shows exactly what you're talking about, and in that section, you see where these Caucasians, they had their school and blacks had their, it looked like a shanty house. But from that shanty house, they were pumping out all these students that would go to Fisk. From that shanty house, they would pump out, all the great inventions. Because if you just look up African American inventions, a lot of them happened during the slave years. So I know the intelligence that comes from
right after Reconstruction. We were the most. We were better in our culture after slavery during Reconstruction. People own more land. Black people own more businesses 100 years ago than we own now.
I agree with that. I also know what happened to that land because I know niggas just didn't go to sleep. When if I look like this, if you're in the alley and somebody hit you in the back of the head and you go out, you're knocked out, and you trying to wake yourself up, that first thing that person's gonna do, because he know once you get up, you're bigger than him, you're stronger than him. The first thing he gonna do when he see you kind of groggy and look like you waking up is he gonna come and knock your ass in the head again to put you back to sleep. And so when you look at places like Rosewood where we own the land, you look at places like Tulsa where we own the land, and so many other cities, that there was a concerted effort for them to go in and burn those cities. And it didn't just happen in Tulsa and Rosewood. It happened in a lot of cities. And again, that's why I talk about those monuments that went up. And we look at the history, those monuments went up to try to keep us knocked out, to try to keep us from voting, to try to keep us from owning. I'll even do you one better. When you look at the Garvey movement, right? The Garvey movement had 1 out of every 5 black people were Garveyite. And in that movement, they build a lot of businesses, they build a lot of everything. And it was the people from the from the NAACP that had Garvey arrested, and they traded the tangible business for civil rights, where we could take all of our wealth and turn it over to somebody else and you're talking about the largest redistribution of wealth. So we had that stuff, but I'm telling you, there have been efforts over and over and over, and not just by your average everyday white boy, but I'm talking about people in the highest levels in our government, the highest levels in places, in state government and federal government that sided with those people that were doing it. Lastly, you had in 1908, no, it may have been 1919, where you had one of the presidents, I want to say Woodrow Wilson or somebody, where he aired The Birth of a Nation that put black people in that certain light. And these are the people running the government. These are the people who created those policies, like redlining, to keep black people in ghettos and keep black people out of work. And people did that to us. So I don't think that it was just, okay, this is the bad history. This is a part of the history. Now, did we do good things? Did we make stuff come from that? Absolutely, we did. And I think all of it should be celebrated. I agree. We should celebrate that history. That's a feel-good history, but there's also the other stuff. And then there's also the history before all of that. So I think we should know all of it. And I think, I agree with you on that. We shouldn't just look at the bad, because the bad is depressing, but we have to study the bad so it don't keep happening. Because if we look and we say, well, we did this in spite of, but you saw that this is what happened, then okay, how did that happen? What did they do? What was Plessy versus Ferguson? What was this act? What was that act that they did? What was the Fugitive Slave Act that they did to go in and make us slaves all over again? What was legalizing slavery through the 14th Amendment, 13th Amendment? How did that legalize slavery? It said slavery was abolished all except for those that commit a crime. That means what? I can accuse you of a crime, put you in the convict leasing program, and then just make you a slave all over again, and now it's legal. So those are the little things that people have done that if we don't realize it and go back and look at it and study that playbook, they can use it over and over again. And that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that because I know we had that other part of the history, but I'm talking about the stuff that knocked us out and it kept us down and kept us out. I know that right now that shift is occurring. They're gonna try something to knock our asses back out. But if we study it, look at it, and go from so many different angles, go from that positive angle that you're talking about. Yeah, man, we're gonna keep on building. But now instead of us just building, we're gonna have somebody to flank them on their rear. So when they try this, we can do this because we've seen that playbook before. That's all I'm saying.
Can y'all hear me, man?
Yeah, Mike, I hear you. Can everybody hear Brother Mike?
I hear him.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. Go ahead, bro.
I'm good, bro. Hey, man, I've been hearing a little bit because I had to switch phones up, man. But I think what Brother Tony is failing to realize, man, the reason why we just keep studying this bad shit is because, like if somebody ever done something to you, you can't do nothing but just keep thinking about that shit until you get revenge on their ass. You know what I'm saying? It's just that we just mad and it's bubbling and we just keep thinking about this shit and talking about it until we do something about it. I think that's just all it is, man.
Man, success is the best revenge, Mike, man. You own land. You own houses. You can't tell me that don't make you feel good, man. I went and got a dump truck yesterday. Man, you know how many people been calling me, telling me how good it made them feel to see me like a dump
hold
truck.
on. Tony, you just say you got a dump truck?
Like Metro, like you throw it in the back. Like,
hey man, I need you. I need you. I was about to order me a dumpster tomorrow. Glad you said something. I'm gonna call you after this program.
Man, success is the ultimate revenge. All I know is capitalism, Mike. That's all I know. I know money ain't everything, but all I know is capitalism, man.
But see, Tony, man, you gotta you missing your pure essence, and that's the streets. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, a lot of us, we ain't on that level. You know what I'm saying? It's some people that fight against it, and it's like just what he was saying, man. You got different levels of government and different levels of laws and shit that's been passed against only us. You see what I'm saying, man? So you just gotta let nature take its course, and eventually, you know what I mean, the people will move past the anger once they get some fucking reparations or something, man. You know what I'm saying?
I feel
But
what
that's
y'all
like,
saying.
but you know what I mean, they not just they can't move like that, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like I've been watching these protesters, and you know what I mean, there's a lot of white people doing shit, there's a lot of black people doing shit too. And I see where it's coming from. You know what I'm saying? It's like this is the time I'm up in the police face cussing them out. You know what I'm saying? It's like they got a grudge and they done held it for so long, man. And it's just gonna bumble. It's just what it is. Every 20 years, like Dr. Clark said, you're gonna see this.
That's a good point. That's a good point, though, Mike. So, do you think? I don't know, man. You said every 20 years it's just gonna bubble and bubble. Is it ever going to erupt, or is the system fixed for it to just bubble and just bubble? Always
It's
bubble.
gonna, if it does, I don't think it's gonna erupt. But if it do, it's gonna be white people versus white people.
Exactly. Like the
That's just
Civil
what it's
War.
gonna be. Yeah, we need to just get our ass out the way.
Right now, get out the way. Right
It's like
now,
this.
Trump is hard on foreigners. Get out the way. You can get you some money right now.
But look, like, check this out though, bro. I don't fuck with the Black Lives Matter because I know what they got going on. You feel me?
Yeah,
Shit, good.
you're talking about the organization. When you say
That's
Black
not
Lives
stupid,
Matter,
man.
you
Yeah,
speak
the
about the org-
organization,
yeah,
not the people that's running around screaming and don't even really just do the research on it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But why can't we explore the situation that they create? You see what I'm saying? They trying to ride our backs off into something. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta organize. You know what I'm saying? And exploit the situation that they cause.
Good shit. That's a good shit. Cause one of the UK brothers, I know the UK family is watching us right now, so I gotta make sure I shout out my brother Bigger. My brother Bigger, he has a platform, a UK platform. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to make sure y'all check that out. But one of Bigger's questions was, what can the grassroots black organizations do to piggyback off the momentum that the Black Lives Matter have? So I guess I want to come to you, brother Hamid, and then brother Mike. What can grassroots organizations do to piggyback off the Black Lives Matter momentum that they have?
I think that the brother just said it's this bubbling up or bubbling over. It's like it's about to bubble over. And so I've talked to some of the elders again, and some of the elders feel that they've never seen it quite like this, right? So that means what? After all the marching, after the Black Lives Matter, after the brothers get in the police space, what we should be doing is having somewhere for them to go. What should they be doing? You have brothers who are in business. Some brothers can fight through business, and sisters can fight through business. You have people who are in education. Brother Eugene was talking about putting certain education in our schools. That's a part of that fight. I don't think we should negate anybody else's contribution in their fight. I think everybody have a contribution. So if my thing is politics or whatever, then let that be my fight. Let that be what I do. But I think that we should have a place to usher people. So again, we're working in Memphis with the Roundtable, and they are in the process of, you know, getting into the political realm where they can help to choose what mayor that they're going to have, who the judges are going to be. See, those are little things that we can do that to help our struggle, to help our fight. But there has to be somewhere for young people to go once the yelling and screaming and burning and looting, whatever they're doing, stop. There have to be somewhere for them to go, something to do. And for some of them, it means I got to make a lot of money. Then point me in the direction of the entrepreneur. Or if it means I have to educate these people, then point me in the direction of educators. But we have to be there to point them in the right directions.
I love it. I love it. Brother Mike, as a as a founder, and as a leader of a black grassroots organization, what can you do to pretty much piggyback or ride the wave of what this quote unquote Black Lives Matter has moving right now? moving right.
Basically everything he just said, man. And we gotta understand, and we really just gotta understand that we gotta take the time out of our day and be the bridge for the people to connect with the movement.
So you're saying pretty much promotion, advertisement, a little sacrifice of your time to make sure the movement is moving.
Yeah, you just gotta basically be in the communities, man. Hands on deck.
I love it. I love it. Black Peace. Talk to me, man.
What up, man?
Yeah.
What up, man?
Talk to me, man. How can Black Peace people move? How can a Black Peace organization try to piggyback off of this movement that's going on, this energy? How can you get this energy that's moving right now? I'm just saying.
What movement you talking about?
When I say movement, I mean like you're having massive protests, and people have the energy right now to do something, even if people don't know what to do.
Who having a protest though? To my Gay Lives Matter.
Well, it's under the guise of Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, Gay Lives, yeah, man. We ain't emulating nothing they got going on. I don't give a damn what it is, man. It ain't happening.
I guess what I'm saying is, what is your? I know you have a grassroots organization.
Yeah, we don't do all that old simple shit. All this whole flamboyant ass bullshit. We don't do none of that. We don't. It's all business. Business. That's it. Trying to get stuff done. Trying to make sure we able to teach cats how to feed themselves and their family when their time come and all that. All this old shit these niggas been doing the last couple of weeks, they've been bullshitting, man. At the end of the day, I wouldn't dare tell a nigga to follow that model. That ain't no good model. Them niggas, hell nah. Them niggas don't even know who they is. You got a grown ass man out there think he a woman. What the hell? So we're not doing nothing in their direction. Nothing. Know what I'm saying? Nothing. They get no pass with me. I don't give a damn who they is or how long I knew them either. I'm not doing that. Period. It just ain't gonna happen. I'm not compromising on that shit. It just won't happen. I don't roll with that. I don't use that term. That term don't get used around me either. I don't play that weird ass term. Black Lives. I don't use that term. I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't do that.
You know, that ain't nothing but a slogan that was given to us in a group that was, I do believe, created originally or funded by a European. So anytime you got a situation where it deal with us and they put it on the news and recognize them,
yeah,
you better be questioning some shit. They don't promote our true liberation. Who does that? That's bullshit in itself. So,
Yeah,
if you don't see that and you following what the hell they doing, then you ain't really paying attention to what's really going on, man.
Yeah, for sure. And on top of that, they promote this this little false ass image shit of these women. They get on the internet, they dog black men out, right? And then they turn around and say they ain't protected. See what I'm saying? Little weird shit like that. They say, they get on there and try to get on our ass. Oh, these niggas we don't need you to do this. Get out of our way. Black man, shut up and sit down. This, you know what I'm saying? A little weird little shit like that. And then when somebody, something pop off, they come hollering at us talking about we ain't looking out for them. You know what I'm saying? So a little weird little shit like that is promoted by Black Lives Matter. All this, they anti-black male. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, that's a contradiction in itself. How the hell you gonna tell me to get out the way in one breath, but come and protect you in the next? And anybody who's talking about separation or downplaying their partner in any form ain't trying to build us up. That's bullshit. So, man, fuck what they be talking about.
Yeah, because it's on their website, man. They completely done moved the black man out of the whole equation, man. They promoting everything but healthy black living, man.
That's it. Black families.
Yeah, so that goes back to the question. Yeah, that goes back to the question that was originally asked. What do we do as grassroots organization to exploit the attention that they got going on? That was the question.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like,
We're not trying to join the motherfuckers. We
no,
just
we're
trying to
not.
vote on to be like, they ain't serious. We need to get together. We need to come up with a list of demands. Like I've been hearing some shit like defund the police. What is
Yeah.
that gonna do? What they gonna send the money to?
All right, now we talking. Because I said earlier,
Oh man,
policy
yeah, I
change.
heard that too.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, I spoke
Yeah,
earlier
yeah.
about
Come
policy
on.
change. So part of the policy change is I know you ready, Black Peace. I'm coming straight to
Yeah,
you.
come on.
Talk to me. What will so when I say policy change, I'm speaking about things and changes like defund the police. Would that benefit Black Americans?
Hey, let me tell you what it's gonna do for Black people. Get them 229,000. Get them $2 million increase on their budget. That's what it's gonna get them. That's what it got them in Nashville. All that old jibber jabber got them.
It got
Damn near $3 million. They got the police.
departments.
The police got $3 million, man, on that last budget. That 35% increase they talking about. He gave them boys 2.6 million. 2.6 million. On top of them little and on top of that one little group that had been protesting in front of the East Precinct for about a year and a half, begging for body cameras. Now they reneging. One of them little fake ass groups that was out there. I'm talking about advocating. I mean, a year and a half for body cameras. Now they gave it to them, which added on another $500,000, by the way. So they really got the goddamn police a raise out there advocating for a year and a half. You see what I'm saying? So that that policy change shit ain't nothing. Yeah, they changed the policy and they benefit
Teachers didn't
on
get
their
nothing.
behalf.
Teachers
Yeah,
didn't get nothing.
nigga didn't cut nothing from the budget, but he made sure he gave them 2.6 million. You tell me, yeah, that was policy change for your ass right there. They gave niggas a raise.
Let me ask you this: does anybody on the panel think that any type of policy could be changed in the favor of Black Americans?
Nah, cause who gonna make whoever honor the shit? Same way, either it don't matter who was sitting in that motherfucker. Who gonna make them honor whatever they wrote down? They've been writing shit down forever. Who gonna make them honor it? That's the question. Who gonna reinforce it? Come on, man. Motherfucker gonna do what they do.
Hey, we get them motherfucking white people that's burning down Wendy's to do our dirty work.
Y'all watch him too. They'll turn your ass in. Oh, it was that nigga. I took him down there. You gotta watch them niggas, man. You gotta watch him, man, because lots of niggas was getting charged. You know, there's some suspicious shit going on in Nashville. Niggas getting out of charges and everything. I've been watching, and I've been watching. I'm on these niggas bumper because I just ain't, some weird shit going on. I'm just gonna say that, man. Some weird shit.
Yeah,
that's why I done goddamn it. Nigga can't beat me nowhere. I don't got nothing to talk about on no phones. Nothing.
Yeah, I feel you. So, Brother Hamid, I want to ask you, Brother Hamid, what's your thoughts on police racial sensitivity training?
racial sensitivity training.
Yeah, that's a policy that I heard that they said the officers need more racial sensitivity training.
I think people are trained for they know what they're trained for. They trained to do exactly what they've been doing. I think we have to look at who's coming into the police department. And those people have been resigning, they've been quitting. And the fact of the matter is, a lot of people are afraid because the police are resigning. But when you if you just go and just look at some of their social media, those people, you're not going to go in and be able to teach certain people anything. They are what they are. They come in as white supremacists or whatever. Those people, you just have to fire them. You have to get rid of them. And so younger people coming in, you may be able to start off like that, but those people they've been taught how to do that. They've been taught what slave catching is, because that's of it. So that's I don't think that whose job for 30 years is going to respond to some 8-hour racial. Maybe the guy coming in who's 19, 20 years old, you know, who hadn't experienced anything, but they have the saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I believe that.
Yeah, and that's a fact.
Yeah.
You can't
fire the old dog.
You can teach new dogs new tricks.
I think you can do that.
And I actually learned from you, Born Rich, that one guy says that some of us are sheep, others are wolves, and the other ones are sheepdogs.
Yes, sir.
So you can't teach an old sheepdog new tricks. He's a sheepdog, and let him tell it.
And I love it, man. Hold on. I'm going to share my screen right now because that is something that I really want. Oh, no, I wasn't going to share my screen. I was going to put this. Let me put this in the chat. So thank you, Brother Eugene. All right. So that's the video that I posted on YouTube on June the 8th. And it's called Meet the Guy That Trains Cops to Kill. Meet the Guy That Trains Cops to Kill. His name is Dave Grossman. And that's a dope-ass show, man. So thank you so much, Brother Eugene, for referencing.
Oh, yeah. Dope-ass show. I really appreciate that one.
So much, bro. It's one of my more underappreciated shows, but I broke some shit down in that show. So we know who's training these cops. You feel me? And now that we know that, it comes from the top down, then we know you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but you can teach a new dog new tricks. You feel me? So I want to play this video real quick for y'all, family. Let's play this, man, before we get up out of here. And I'm
brothers, I'm gonna have to step out. I hate it. I love the conversation, but I have to get up really early in the morning. So I'm gonna step on out, and again to you, brother Calvin, man, thank you for everything that you've done. Thank you for everything you do, and all of you brothers. Thank all of you, because I know all of you put in work, and I've been watching everybody's work. So thank you all.
Appreciate you, bro.
I love her, man. I love her, man. I love. Let's go, man. I want to show this. Hold on. Let me share my screen. Hold on. Let me play this. All right. What'd you say? Eugene, I didn't hear you, brother. What'd you say?
If that ain't some bullshit.
And that was a Juneteenth. Let me preface that video by saying that was a Juneteenth video. It was a Juneteenth celebration. Black people were happy to be out of, it was officially the last day of slavery. Black people were out there having fun. You know how we do on Juneteenth. What do you think about that symbolism?
That was some straight up bullshit. And that's why you see it being broadcasted, where we can spread this idea that some kind of way Black Lives Matter or black people is associated with the motherfucking rainbow. That's a bunch of bullshit. We not fighting for gay rights right now. Right now we focus on black life. We ain't got nothing to do with nothing else. We don't want to change the subject. We don't want to incorporate nobody else. We are not concerned with nobody else until we finish being concerned with ourselves first. So all that bullshit they trying to pull, that's bullshit. Get the fuck out of here with that.
I hear you. I hear you, brother Tony. You see the video? What you think about it, brother? Talk to me. What was that symbolism?
Oh man, that was funny, man. Like you said, explore them. You know, I've been bootlegging their t-shirts for about 3 weeks now. Business is booming right now. I hope they keep on protesting. I can't keep black t-shirts, Black Lives Matter t-shirts, All Lives Matter t-shirts, whatever.
All right, so brother Tony said economically is how we can piggyback off of the Black Lives Matter movement. I hear you. Brother Black Peace, take us home, man. What you think about that? You need me to play it again for you?
Nah, you don't gotta play it for me. You already seen that shit. You seen one, you seen all of them, man. You already know, man. Ain't nothing, man. Same shit, different day with them niggas, man. Them niggas need to be eradicated, man. They got to be pushed out the way. Ain't gonna be no progress with them in a way, because they gonna keep shifting the conversation every time they do that shit, man. Them motherfuckers did raise some rainbow type flag at a Juneteenth celebration. If it ain't the ultimate slap in the face, I don't know what is. You know what I'm saying? Bringing who they lay down with to a whole different argument, it don't make sense, man. And they do that shit on purpose with the help of it's sad to say, with the help of a lot of black women. They participate, they complicit in that shit, man. They usher that shit in and they tell us something wrong with us for not liking it. And they push it, and most niggas conform right away. And that's what, and that's where a whole lot of issues coming in at, man. Niggas ain't standing for what they say they believe in. They conforming right away, and shit collapsing right before our eyes. That's why the few black women that are respectable out here saying that, hey, they don't feel protected. There's a few of them that saying that might have that legitimate feeling, but it's because these niggas and goddamn it became so effeminate that these women like, damn, I just got a homie right here. This motherfucker ain't gonna help me. You know what I'm saying? So that's how they looking at it.
Tough word, bro. Tough word, bro. But fellas, dope ass conversation, man. I appreciate all y'all. Man. I wanna wrap it up now. Shit, it's 11:30. Let me let brother Mike on here. Brother Mike, I'm finna wrap it up, man. Did you see the Black Lives? Did you see the black fist with the rainbow around it?
Yeah, I saw that bullshit.
Yeah. So what do you think, man? Do you think the LGBT is co-opting our movement, or do you think we should combine the movements?
We need to co-opt they motherfucking move and get they punk asses out the way. That's all we need to do, bro. That's my idea of it. We need to take a stand and have a list of fucking demands that we want, and let it be known that we don't fuck with them. They can go burn and do whatever the fuck they want to do, but we need to bring our shit to the table. What they got going on, they ain't got nothing to do with us. It's so stupid as to think that we're connected with them just because we black and gonna yield to our demands, then so be it. But we don't gotta fuck with them at all. Hell no.
And even a lot of the black ones got to get set aside because they pick who they sleep with over who they are. So a lot of them ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them, they already done pick their side. You feel me? They pick their side.
Right.
They pick who they lay down with over who they was when they were born. So you can't trust a motherfucker like that, man. He pick who he lay down with over the. Come on, man. Ain't nobody bigger than the program, and that's where they got it fucked up. They think they bigger than the program, and that's why a lot of confrontation come between us and us and them, because they automatically separate themselves anyway. They call themselves all these extra ass expressions and shit. I'm trans, I'm gay, I'm this, nigga, you black, ain't you? You know what I'm saying? Like they go out of their way to distinguish. So they come in with the intent to get the fuck away from us. So then when we push them, then they get to complaining. So you got to keep your eyes on motherfuckers like that, and they is to never be allowed inside of no kind of real discussion whatsoever. They compromise, so they should never be nowhere near no real discussions. Period. Never. I don't give a damn if 10 years pass. Do not let a motherfucker like that in the room at all. It won't happen because he don't know who he is. You can't afford to play like that.
And I think that just circles around back to what we said earlier. Just take our little pockets and get your little pocket of people and move how you're gonna move with your pocket of people. Yes, if you're gonna be prejudiced, yes. Am I going in some situations? Am I prejudiced? Yes. In certain situations, am I just pushing people to the side and discriminating? Yes. In certain situations, I am just not. I know everybody.
People make discrimination a bad thing. You know, when you go to the fast food and you don't pick the number one, you pick the number 4, you discriminated against that. Discrimination is a choice between something, right? So it's on people say prejudice, and that means to prejudge. But we done got to the point to where we take words and give them ulterior definitions opposed to what they really mean. Because when we say prejudice, we associate that with being racist. And it's not the same thing. When a racist does it, he prejudges you and think that you ain't shit because of the color of your skin. But that's part of racism, to prejudge. But it's not the same thing. So we got to, make sure that when we have these discussions, we know exactly what we're saying and associate with what it truly means. Because long as we have a situation where we don't like to read and understand language, and actually passing English is a problem for most of our children, that's where the problem lies. Because if you don't understand what the hell is being said to you, plainly and clearly as it's being said to you, then that's where confusion comes in. And the language is based and built on confusion. So that's what we need to get to. Stop making these like we do nigger. Nigger wasn't created to be a word of endearment or my homie because of the vibration of it. But hey, what we do? Taking it around with it, making it to whatever the fuck we feel, just to, I guess feel like we done something. But the vibration still hits you the same from when it was originally created.
Yeah, that's a fact, bro. That's a fact, man. That's real talk. Real talk, Eugene. Eugene, man, let's get out of here, bro. Tell the people how can they get in touch with you. How can they find the Black Family Talks? Give them the whole nine, man. Let's roll.
Well, you can find the Black Family Talks on Facebook. You can find the Brothers Roundtables page on Facebook. You can find the Creators Work page on Facebook, and also the book on Amazon. We come on Tuesdays and Thursdays on WBOL, and we also go live. That way we can keep the information out there, so where if you miss it, you can go back to it and receive it. But we're just trying to make a difference and do our part. That's all we can do, so that's what we're going to do.
My brother. Man, I really appreciate you for jumping on, brother Eugene. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate the love. Brother Tony, talk to me,
What's
man.
up, man?
How can the people find you on social media, man, and support you and get some of your products, brother?
Man, and Antonio Sales, man. I'm on Facebook, man. They can hit me up, man. Man, me and Eugene been buying and selling.
You know, I was so waiting to get off of this live to so talk to you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the beautiful thing. That's the beautiful thing.
man.
Yeah,
But
black.
you know, a lot of stuff Tony say, I understand what he doing and where he coming from. A lot of people gotta just get past the energy of it and absorb what he trying to say. Cause I mean, I actually get it. So hell, if a man can help me out and he look like me and it make him feel good to help me out, regardless of how he feel, shit, I ain't got no problem with that. Cause we gotta get to the point to where we look past personal and understand the differences is gonna come through our working together. And economics is one of the main things we need to work on.
Yeah.
So, you know, I get where he coming from. Cause what he doing is weeding a lot of bullshitters out. Cause if you can't get past his personality, then you gonna end up finding a read. Cause you know, niggas always love to find one bad thing about you.
Yep.
And then change how you feel about them. So if I come to you off the top as a fucked up nigga and you still fuck with me, cause
no, he just, I mean, to me, this my man. Tony a good brother, man. I ain't gonna lie, Tony's a good brother. In my mind,
you can see past that, see what he doing.
yeah.
And I ain't mad at him, cause it's working for him.
Mad at
Shit,
Tony.
more power to you. I just wish you loved our people a little more, but it's cool.
Yeah. I know Tony, man. Tony, alright, man. That's my brother. That's why.
Hey, yeah, man, he cool. Hey, check this out, man. They done fucked up and let me and that nigga, man, we be talking, man. So y'all better be careful. You know what I'm saying? We be having discussions now.
Well,
man.
you don't need no help,
now.
bro.
I just talked to him a couple of times, so you never know. You never know, man. I'm telling you. So, you know, niggas better be careful, especially the sensitive motherfuckers. All the sensitive people, man, they might have to go in their shell, man, for a couple of months, cause you never know.
That's it. And that's why I was running with the campaign Thick Skin 2020. I seen it.
They gonna have to do something.
I seen it in
mask on, man.
Yeah, I seen it in like the summer of 19. I said, "Oh, it's heartless, man."
Yeah, I got some
prejudice out here, man. Motherfucker
Yeah,
gonna argue on your shit, and that's it though. But we need that. We need that accountability.
Yeah, y'all ain't seen nothing yet though. Just wait to see what's about to happen next. Just wait to see, man. Y'all ain't seen shit yet. Y'all think this shit been crazy? Just wait to see, man. I'm telling you, just wait. And I ain't talking about. I'm talking about the nigga politicians. That's who y'all need to be paying attention to these next couple of weeks. Watch them. Watch what they do. Just pay attention to them. The councilman, the nigga councilman. Pay attention, close attention to them. They out here. I'm telling you, they out here backtracking. They supported that 34% increase and shit. You know what I'm saying? They supported a whole bunch of bullshit that went straight against their constituency. I want to know what black people gonna do about it. Everybody keep talking about voting is lit.
$100, man.
Yeah, and everybody keep talking about voting is lit, but who they ain't taking these niggas out of office. These niggas help throw them out, and they gonna vote for them again. By the time it's time to vote, the next time after that, their ass won't even live in Davidson County no more. See what I'm saying? They done voted their damn self out. So we,
ain't the Senate
be careful with all this. Oh, vote. Oh, voting is lit. We need to do this. We need to do that. Well, no, what hell? We need to do some education on who the hell representing who. Because they ain't representing your core values. You bullshitting. Especially I ain't never put my name down for nobody in history. Why? I just ain't met a nigga that meet my motherfucking standards, man. So until then, it ain't happening. So I don't waste my time playing around with that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? All that, I just don't waste my time. These motherfuckers they'll tell you everything you want to hear and go right down there stand in your face, tell you, you know what, I'm going to vote for that bill. They go down there and vote against it in your damn face, and won't care what you think because they still getting paid because they already accepted the damn job. So they just spit in niggas' face every day. Every time they go to motherfucking council meeting, they spit in niggas' face. Every single session, they spit in the nigga face. Period. It just happens every time.
We're
Name a
gonna have
time when
to.
the victorious in the councilman meeting. Name one time black people was success. It ain't never happened. It ain't gonna happen either because niggas too busy instead of worry about economics and how we gonna do for ourselves. What they talking about? How the hell we can get free feminine hygiene products? What the fuck going on? What's going on? Y'all wanna know how y'all get a free man? You don't get the man. Come on, man. That was the head topic in Davidson County on the Democratic side is feminine hygiene products, man, for 2.5 months. Come on, man. You mean to tell me that's all we got on our man? Come on, man. That shit is crazy. So niggas got a whole lot of work to do if they planning on getting anywhere as far as politics is concerned. But that ain't gonna happen because niggas stuck on that one thinking pattern, man. Got to think in terms of green, really. When you get done with it, but if you ain't thinking in terms of green, you bullshit. That's a whole nother topic though.
Nah, it's just that our people gonna vote. They're gonna vote traditionally.
Well, here, that's the problem. Anything that we do traditionally, what the fuck has our tradition got us for where we at today? So
But
tradition need to be shot up the ass and dumped. The only thing that's gonna help us if we're gonna talk about politics actually is to give up Democrats and give up Republicans, create our own person that we groom to represent us, and everybody get behind them. Because the only way that's going to actually make a difference is for everybody who's involved to get involved, but towards our
mhm.
agenda. Because once we get control of how we vote as a group, and we can be considered to come in as a group, then all the shit that they saying have to come true because they see that we actually working as a group. They know we divided as fuck, and they know that we gonna flip flop and hell just go right along with the Democrats like we've been doing. But if we finally get to the point to where we actually get serious, create our own politicians, and back them up, and put the money behind them that it's gonna take, then shit. I mean, we just wait until we get our shit together and just voting for the fun of it. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think if you think about it, like take the Congressional Black Caucus, right? They done more for Mexicans than they done for black people, right? But they done been in office. All of them have been in office 20, 30, 40 years, right? Maxine Waters, she ain't worked for quarter, but she been in office for how long? You know, since before I was walking, she was in office, and she ain't done a goddamn thing for us. So we gotta get rid of people like her, and a whole lot of other weirdo like the Kamala Harris type people. Them just black so-called black faces, right? They've been shitting on us every chance they get, man. They support everything but us. They support the rainbow people, the transformer people, all this shit. The Mexicans, DACA Act, all this weird shit they support, right? When it come to us, they can't even name us by our name. They scared. They won't do it. They'll deny. Oh no, I won't do something just for black people. No, why would I do that? See what I'm saying? But when it come to DACA, that's just for Mexicans. Who else do that affect? What else do DACA affect? Who else? It don't affect no black people like that. You know what I'm saying? So they just been shitting on us in our face for so long. The Democrats, that is. It's like, golly, how much more shit do you need to smell before before you smell this shit is nasty. You know what I'm saying? Like how long is it gonna take for black people to see that we really been signing over our own, signing up for our own demise, man, fucking with these weird ass people, man. They promoting all degeneracy to our community. Not saying that the other side won't. I'm just saying the one we so committed to is literally promoting degeneracy to us and our kids. And they telling you accept it or else. You are homophobic or whatever that bullshit called, or you this, or you trans, you know what I'm saying? They pushing the line on us like we ain't got no morals and we back like this shit is ridiculous out here, man. So this shit got to be motherfuckers gotta do what they got to do, man. And quit playing. Fuck all that.
Opt out.
Granddaddy told you to vote for. Fuck what he talking about. If he that dumb, let him be. Use your own goddamn brain.
I'm gonna tell you, man. What you have to do is opt out. You have to opt out.
Yeah, I ain't never put my name down on nobody's list, man.
Yeah, opt out of the system as much as you can.
Because this shit ridiculous, man. And black people ain't getting it. They can register all the people they want to register, but them niggas dumb, politically dumb. What's the purpose in registering them to vote? Mm-hmm. They gonna vote against themselves. So motherfucker don't know what's going on. He just gonna vote for the motherfucker who voted the same person the person in front of him voted for. They don't know. They just gonna do it. They see that D right there. Well, that's good enough for me.
And they're gonna vote. They're gonna vote. They're gonna have voting parties and everything.
Yeah. Think about this. The tornado came and hit Nashville, right?
Yeah.
You had several different political candidates that had campaigns stationed in town, right?
Yep.
How many of them put money to help rebuild North Nashville? How many of them?
None of them.
How many of them? All of them supposed to be millionaires and billionaires. How many of them gave $1 million to the North Nashville situation?
None of
them. North Nashville still raggedy looking.
See what I'm saying? This shit is crazy that niggas would allow these people to even walk anywhere near them and use them and don't get a goddamn dime out of the situation. All you is this shit is crazy, man. That's why I say what I say when it comes to politics and black people are politically ignorant. They don't know what the fuck they stand for. It's simple.
No. Like it's the cool thing to do.
It's like,
look, so I said this the other day, right? And that's why I like what Brother Tony be talking about. Because I can be honest, man. I was with my people the other day, and we sang "Happy Birthday," candles on the cake, the whole nine. And I really started thinking, why do we do that? I've never even looked up why do we put candles on a birthday cake and blow them out? Yeah, I was thinking that. Why do we do the things we do? Why do we run down to the fucking voting poll and vote Democrat? It's a tradition that we learned from somebody taught us that, and we continue it. We don't ask any questions. You just continue it. And I notice a lot of times when we continue shit, our energy is in the wrong direction. We got to figure out a way to create new traditions and more progressive traditions. If not, we're just passing down a generational curse, man. Period. So if we're just gonna keep running down to the voting station and voting Democrat just because, man, I don't want to be a part of that system. I'm gonna be 100. I don't.
There's no accountability for the people that are like voicing, who say that they are for the community, whether it be like nigger groups or nigger politicians. There's no accountability. Like nobody's holding them accountable. Like none of these nigger groups ain't doing nothing for the community, man. Nothing. And they getting grants, donations, nothing, man.
Oh,
Well, gentlemen, it was a good conversation, but it's past my bedtime.
yeah, me too, man. Hey, I'm gonna wind it up, man. Listen, man. Salute to everybody who tuned in, man. Salute. I'm gonna take my ass to bed too, man. Salute, brother Tony. Salute to you, my brother.
Yeah.
Brother Black Peace. Salute, man. We'll do it again next week, man. Brother Eugene.
Peace, family.
Hey,
Man. Salute. Go
Hey.
ahead, Black Peace.
hey, Calvin, whole show on the nigga groups next time, man. As Tony called.
Whole show on the nigga groups. Yeah, because I think
All right.
we a
Whole show
nigga
on
group.
the nigga
You
group.
talking
Yeah.
about us, Tony?
No, man, y'all live, man. Y'all live.
Yeah, we got a nigga group, Mike. I'll get brother Mike on here. We got a nigga group. I love it. Nigga
Whole
group.
show on the nigga group, man.
Whole show.
We don't start the
Yeah,
show
it's gonna be a good one.
until Tony get on the line, man. Don't start the show till Tony get on the line. I'm telling you.
Nigga
right.
group.
Let's do it, man. Man, listen, man. Thank everybody for tuning in, man. Hit the like button on your way out. Salute. Peace. Next week we do a show about nigga groups. Tony said these nigga groups ain't doing nothing, so we'll have that discussion, man, because I'm a part and I'm a CEO and member of a quote unquote nigga group. So we'll break that down next week, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Peace. I'm out of here, man. Peace.